Have you ever gone to the doctor with a problem? He or she runs a battery of tests, and when the results come back, they say, everything's normal? Hi, I'm Dr. John Schellenberg. Well, if everything was normal, you wouldn't have gone to the doctor in the first place, right? Maybe you're 40 pounds overweight, or maybe you're not overweight at all, but in either case, things just aren't right. And you know it, no matter what some doctor tells you to the contrary. It's frustrating, I know, because you just want answers. So let's talk about blood tests for a second. Firstly, there are literally hundreds, probably even thousands of different blood tests, and they each test for a certain marker or for clues as to what is wrong with the body. Now, blood tests are a universal language that every healthcare professional speaks. However, they can be interpreted differently. Strictly speaking, blood tests are used by the medical community to test for pathology, or in other words, disease. The more outside the range of normal, either above or below, indicates the severity of the disease or perhaps the effectiveness of a given treatment. However, if properly understood and grouped, even within the normal range, blood tests can be used to look for a lot more than just that. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. And this isn't a blood test, but it's something like this. Okay, let's say a scientist does some test and tests for hydrogen and finds it. Now, does that indicate that there's going to be water? No. Well, let's say the scientist does another test and indicates that finds that there's oxygen. Does that indicate that there's going to be water? Not necessarily. However, if you group the findings of hydrogen and oxygen together, there's a pretty good chance you're going to get water, or H2O. Well, that's kind of a crude example, I know, but kind of the same is true for blood tests. So, take for example, liver enzyme tests. If they test high, you might think there's a problem in the liver, and quite frankly, there might be. In fact, there probably is. And although that might be true, those high liver enzyme tests in the presence of high triglycerides and high protein in the blood actually indicates a problem with the hypothalamus, which is in the brain. The hypothalamus is what really needs the attention more than the liver, because that's the area of cause, although you may deal with the liver as well. Now, this is just one example, but our functional analysis will tell you what the highest priorities are to address in your body. And it can explain a diagnosis that you've received and, more powerfully, can even prevent future health problems from coming up. Our functional blood analysis is a panel of over 50 blood indicators that we study and group to find the highest areas of glands or organs or systems in the body that are at risk. And here's how it works. First, we fill out this lab order form with your name on it, of course. We put that in the kit, the lab kit, and you take this kit to a local lab to have your blood drawn following a 12-hour fast. They send the sample overnight, they process it, they send it overnight to my lab in Florida. They process it in Florida, and the very next day I have access to your results through their online portal. I then do my analysis and create a very detailed report. We have you schedule your follow-up session where I go over the results and give you my recommendations. Functional blood analysis is a powerful tool, and it can save your life. Not only will it show you an organ or gland perhaps that needs to be targeted, it will give you a metabolic type, and from that the best foods that you should eat or avoid for the rest of your life for optimal health. We use functional blood testing with patients who want to have optimal health. Many who are on our weight loss program have metabolic or chronic issues that need to be addressed along with losing weight, and this analysis helps us find the right place to start. Others just want to find out what isn't right in their body and fix it. Others want to make sure everything is on the right path or on the right track, and if not, make little modifications to prevent diseases from coming up in the future. Any way you cut it, functional blood analysis is an amazing tool to help you on your path to finding optimal wellness and to maintain a healthy lifestyle that will not only save you a bundle of money in the future, but add huge quality to your life. If you're ready to learn how to do this, please schedule an appointment and sit down and let's have a real conversation one-to-one. I'm Dr. John Schellenberg, transforming lives through functional blood analysis and my blueprint for healthy living.